Hello there. So lab 2 and 3, let me get this. Lab 2 and 3 are over the heart. I have a video that goes over the order of blood flow through the heart. So if you want to know things in order, that's where you'll need to look. This one is just to review all the parts of the heart. So I'm going to look at each of the images that you're provided and just go through them so you can hear them. So we're going to start from here and work our way down and look at different pictures. So G is the superior vena cava. You then come into the right atrium. Here you have the SA node, part of the conduction system. There's a little circle right there. Here is the AV node. Again, you'll see another little circle. This A right here is the fossa ovalis, which before birth is actually an opening, the foramen ovale, and then it closes up and becomes the fossa ovalis. Here we have the aorta, which is not numbered on this one. Here we have the pulmonary trunk or the pulmonary artery. This is the valve that leaves the right ventricle out to the pulmonary artery, and that is the pulmonary semilunar valve. You can also see on this one, you can see the right bundle branch, this dark white line that comes down here. You can see this valve is the tricuspid valve. This is the chorda tendineae, these little white strings here, and the little red structures here that attach those chordae tendineae to the right ventricle wall is the papillary muscles. So let's go to the next image. Here we have the same thing, but up close. So here you have the right atrium. Here again you have the superior vena cava, right atrium. Here you have the tricuspid valve. This is the chorda tendineae. These are the papillary muscles right here. Okay, these are right here. This again is the right ventricle. Here's your aorta again. Here is your pulmonary artery. And again, this is your pulmonary semilunar valve. This was the right bundle branch, this dark white line. These little structures coming off here are the Purkinje fibers. E is representing the septum, which is the wall between the right and left sides of the heart. These are coronary arteries. You have an image that goes through these individually, so I don't have a video with them, but there is a picture where they are all marked correctly, so you can look at those. Next, we'll look at the lateral view. Now we're looking at the left side of the heart. Here again is the aorta. Here's your pulmonary artery. These are 2 of the 4 pulmonary veins, 2 coming back from, in this case, the left lung, the other 2 on the other side coming back from the right. This is the auricle, this little flap. There's one on the right side. This area is the left ventricle. Again, you have the coronary arteries and veins here. Make sure you look at the image of those so that you know those. I'm going to go back and I'm going to name these. So this is the pulmonary semilunar valve. This is the tricuspid. On the left side, you have the bicuspid valve. Okay, the bicuspid valve goes between the left atrium and the left ventricle. So for the bicuspid or mitral valve, that is between the left atrium and the left ventricle. The aortic semilunar valve is underneath that. It looks somewhat like this. The aortic semilunar valve is between the left ventricle and the aorta. Again, you still have the chorda tendineae there, and then you still have the papillary muscle. Okay. So that's kind of expanding on this. So you need to learn the parts. You need to go through the parts. You need to go through the order of blood flow. That's the best way to learn them, is go through the order of blood flow. Then kind of fill in the blanks. The trabecular carni are these folds that you see in the ventricles, these folds within the heart muscle. Okay. So you have pretty extensive notes. There's a video over the notes, so you want to watch that video over the notes in your lab. Then you want to go through order of blood flow through the heart, learn those parts, and then add some of these other structures to it. And then in lab 3, you're going to go through the conduction system of the heart. Okay, you're going to go through the conduction system of the heart. The SA, the AV, the internodal pathway, the AV bundle, the right and left bundle branch, and then these Purkinje fibers. Okay? And there's videos on lab 3, those notes also. Okay, those notes also. So you kind of just got to go in parts. Okay, you got to go in parts and learn them step by step. One by one. All right, that is the end of this short but hopefully somewhat informative video.